students, good morning everyone. So students, today we are going to study computer. Okay, this is of class 7th and today our topic is statements in small basic. This is your first chapter of computer, that is statements in small basic. Alright, so let us see the contents of this chapter. So students, in the first part of this chapter, first we will study about the small basic, alright? Then about the assignment statement, then conditional statement, and in conditional statements, what are the different following statements that is related with this conditional statement, alright? Those are if then statement, if then else statement, if then else self statement. Okay, so these are the three following statements that is related with this conditional statements. Alright, then after that we will study the looping statement, and in looping statements what are the different loop statements that you will use to do this following program, that is for and for, then step and while. These three are the following loops that you will use in the loop statements. Alright, these are the contents of the first part of this chapter. First we will begin with small basic, then assignment statements, then conditional statements, and in conditional statement you will study if then statement. Okay, how to use these statements to perform following programs. Then if then else statement, then if then else self statement, looping statement. In looping statement you will study about for and for. What kind of loop is this that you use inside the looping statements? For and for, then step and while. Okay, so these are the following contents that we will study in the first part of small basic. Okay, statements in small basic. After that we will move to the next topic. Alright. So students, now let us begin with small basic. Now what do you mean by basic? In your previous classes you have studied about basic language, yes or no? Now what is a basic language? It is a programming language. And you know the full form of basic? What is the full form of basic? It is beginners all-purpose symbolic instruction code. What is the full form of basic? It is beginners all-purpose symbolic instruction code. It is a kind of code that we give to the computer to perform a specific program. It is a kind of a code that we give to the computer, that we input inside the computer to perform a specific program. Alright, so now what is small basic? A small basic is a programming language that is designed to make programming extremely easy, approachable and fun for the beginners. Programming language are usually very tough with different codes. We use different codes and different methods to program, to do a programming language inside a computer. Okay. This small basic, it is also a programming language. It is the basic programming language, you can say. Alright, small basic is the basic programming language that is designed. It is designed to make programming. It is designed to work on the programs very easily. It makes the programming very easy, approachable. Approachable, that means anybody can use it or can work on it. And it is fun for beginners. Okay, so small basic is a programming language that is designed to make programming extremely easy, approachable and fun for beginners. And the three different types of statements in small basic are, we are studying the statements in small basic, alright. And in small basic there are three different statements that we use to perform specific program inside a programming language. There are three different statements that we use in small basic to perform a specific program, and those are assignment statement. Number 1 is assignment statement. Then number 2 is conditional statements. And number 3 is looping statement. Alright, number 1 is assignment statement, number 2 is conditional statements, and number 3rd one is looping statement. Okay. And now students, what is assignment statement? The assignment statement use the assignment operator, which consists of taking the value on the right side of the assignment operator, which is denoted by an equal sign, and storing it in the element on the left. These statements assign values to a variable as in the following example, that is employee name, which is equal to Suresh, employee ID, which is equal to 12, and employee phone number 45678, whatever the number may be. Now what is this assignment statement? This statement uses the assignment operator. Which operator does it use? It uses the assignment operator. Okay. And it consists of value on the right side. It consists the value on the right side. Okay. And on the left side, on the right side of the assignment operator, this assignment operator is denoted by an equal sign. Suppose you are writing an employee name. Okay. The assignment values to a variable are written in the left hand side. Okay. For example, see employee name. An equal sign is given there. What will be the employee name? That name will be written on the right side of the statement. Okay. Then employee ID, what is the employee ID? That is 12. And employee phone 45678 or whatever it be. So this is assignment statement, which uses the assignment operator and which consists of taking the value on the right side of the assignment operator, denoting by an equal sign, and storing it in the element on the left side. The element are stored in the left side and the value are written on the right side. Alright. These statements assign value to a variable as in the following example. The following example is written down. So this is the example of an assignment statement. This is how you write the program in the assignment statement. Alright. And now students, let us study about the conditional statements. Okay, now what is conditional statement? What do you understand by condition? Suppose we do a work, if we give a condition to do something, then that work should be fulfilled or completed according to the condition that is given. Yes or no? So in this conditional statements, there are some conditions given to perform a program. So now what is this conditional statement? We use conditional statements when we want to write program that test a condition and take decision based on that. What it is written? We use conditional statements when we want to write programs. When we want to write a specific program that has a condition. To write a program, we have to fulfill a given condition and take decision based on that condition. Then we use the conditional statements. Okay. For example, it is given here, see. You can go to the market if there is fuel in your car, or you can buy something if you have money in your pocket. Suppose now we want to go to the market. Now, what are the conditions for going to the market? You must have a vehicle, or you must have a mode of transportation to go to the market, or you can have one more condition that you can go on your foot. Yes or no? And if you want to buy something from the market, what do you need? What condition do it applies? That means you must have money to buy that specific product or anything which you are going to purchase from the market. To purchase that, you need money. So that is the condition. Yes or no? So if you want to write a program fulfilling any kind of condition that is given, then we use the conditional statement. Alright. And students, there are different conditional statements that we use. There are different conditional statements that we use to write a program inside the conditional statements. Those are if-then statement. Number 1. In conditional statements, there are 3 more statements that we use to write a program. The first one is if-then statement. The second one is if-then-else statement. And the third one is if-then-else statement. What are the 3 statements? If-then statement, if-then-else statement, and if-then-else statement. So these are the 3 statements that we use inside the conditional statements to write a program that is based on the condition and which fulfill or take decision based on that condition. Okay? And now students, what is if-then statement? How will you work giving this statement? How will you write a program using this statement, if-then statement? And this is a conditional statement, okay? The syntax of if-then statement is as follow. This is the syntax. That means how will you use this statement to perform or to write a program in conditional statement, okay? See, the syntax of if-then statement is as follows. If you are giving a condition, then statement executed. That means if you are giving a condition to write a program, then that condition will give you the decision based on the condition. If condition, suppose you have given a condition to write that program. You have your own condition to write that program. How will you write? First you will write if, then you will give a condition, then means then the result or the output will be executed based on the condition that you have given to write a program. Then the statements will be executed and in the end you will write and if. How will you end the program? How will you end the writing of the program? By writing and if. This is the syntax of performing this if-then statement. This is how you can write a program by using this if-then statement. If condition, that means you will give your specific condition, then statements will be executed according to the condition that you have given and the decision will be given to you based on the condition that you have applied. Alright? See, the words if, then and if in the syntax are the keyword. This if, then and if are the syntax keyword. These are the keywords in the syntax when we use these statements. If, then and if. If you are asked that what are the keywords in the syntax of the conditional command, then what will you say? You will say if, then and if in the syntax are the keywords. See, there is an example. Write the following statement in if-then form. You are asked to write the following statement in if-then form. How will you write? Example 1, see. The condition is given, cheese contains calcium. The condition is given what? Cheese contains calcium is the condition given. Now how will you write in this if-then statement? You will write in this way. If it is a cheese, if it is a cheese, that means that is a condition. Then the decision that you will be provided with is it contains calcium. It is a cheese is the condition and the decision that you are getting back, that is it contains calcium. Alright? Second example. 18-year-olds are eligible to drive. This is the condition given to you. 18-year-olds are eligible to drive. If you are 18-year-old, then you are eligible to drive. Yes or no? If condition, the statement is executed, that is you are eligible to drive is the statement executed, and the condition is if you are 18-year-old. Understood? The first one is cheese contain calcium. If it is cheese, then it contains calcium. Alright, that is the statements executed. That statement is being executed. And 18-year-old are eligible to drive. If you are 18-year-old, then the statements executed will be you are eligible to drive. And then how will you end the program? By writing and if. Okay, so this is how you use the if-then statement in small basic. And there are three statements in conditional statement. Those are the if-then statement, if-then else statements, if-then else statement. And in if-then statement, the syntax that you use is if condition then the statements will be executed, and you will end the statements by writing and if. The word if, then and if in the syntax are the keywords. Alright, I hope you understood this. Now let's move to the next one. And now students, let us study if then else statement. First we studied about if then statement. If the condition is this, then what will be the result? Okay, now if the condition is given, then the result will be this, else what will be the next result? If then else. If the condition is given to you, then what will be the result? And according to the condition, if the result is not that, what else will be the result then? Alright, now how will you write a program using this? The if-then statement is the extended form of if-then statement. Okay, this is used to specify an alternate action when the condition is false. It is written, when we use if-then statement, it is the extended form of if-then. Alright, this is used to specify an alternate action when the condition is false. If the condition you have given and the statement is being executed is false, then what else will be the statement in the small basic? What else alternate can you give to get the result of the condition that you have given? Okay, the syntax is if condition, then the statement will be executed, else if that is not the correct answer, you have given some more condition, then what will be the next answer, or what will be the next program that you will write in the if then else statement. Understood? See, there is an example. Notice, like if then statement, the then block runs only when the test condition is true. If test is true, then the answer will be correct. Else, if the test is false, there will be the next statement that you will get. But first you will have to give the condition. Based on which condition you will get the next statement, or you can say you will get the next answer. See students, if you have book, you can see into your books. Okay, I will give you an example. Suppose you are writing a program taking 3 numbers. Okay, suppose you are writing a program taking 3 numbers. If the average of the number is greater than equal to 85, you are taking 3 numbers and calculating that number. If the average is greater than 85, then the grade will be A. But if the average of that 3 numbers after calculating is less than 85, then you will get the next grade, that is B. According to that, if the average of that number is less than 85, then you will get the next grade, that is C. Accordingly, alternately. Okay, suppose you are taking 3 numbers. You are calculating that number and you are getting the average total of that number is more than 85, then it will be in grade A. But if it is less than 85, the calculation of the average the calculation of the three numbers is less than average, that is 85, then you will give some other grade, that is grade B. And if it is more or less, then it will be grade C. That is how you will proceed. Okay? And see students, when you open the program of the small basic, there is a way of writing this. First, there will be text window, full stop, right, line. First you will enter the first number, then you will press F1, which is equal to text window, full stop, read in the bracket. Okay? Then 3, text window, full stop, right, line, enter the second number. Okay? Then again you will, on the fourth step, you will do F2, which is equal to text window, read. Read means you are asking the computer to execute the program. Alright. Then text window, right line, enter the third number. That means you are already taken the third number, and in the fifth line you will say, in the sixth line, F3, which is equal to text window, full stop, read in the bracket. That means you are asking the computer to execute the statement. Then in the second point you will write average, which is equal to F1 plus F2 plus F3. If you are calculating the three number and you are getting the answer that is average or more than 85, then the computer will print the answer grade A. But if it is less, then it will print else, E-L-S-E, else. Text window, right line, it will give you a remark, you need to work hard or something, the grade, that the condition. You are giving the grade as a condition or you are giving a remark as the condition, it will print in that way. And students, to end the program, in the end you will write and if. To end the program, what will you write? You will write and if. Understood? So this is how you will use this if then statement in small basic under conditional statements. It comes under the conditional statement. Okay? And now students, let us study about if then else else statement. This is the more extended form of if then else statements. Now we will use if then else else statement. Now why is this used? We can specify a number of conditions in a program using the else else keyword. We can specify a number of conditions. If there are more than 2 or 3 conditions, while writing a program, if you are giving more than 2 or 3 conditions, then you use this if then else else statement. In this statement, you can give more condition to write a program in the small basic. Alright? We can specify a number of conditions in a program using the else else keyword. The syntax is as follow. Now what is the syntax? If, logical expression you will give. Okay? Logical expression means you are entering the number or you are entering some remark, whatever the condition that you are giving. If, logical expression, then. Statements to be executed if the condition 1 is true. If the statements is fulfilling the condition that you have given, if the condition is true, that means the statements will be executed, that it is fulfilling the condition that you have given to the program. But if the condition is not fulfilling, you will give the next condition, that is else, condition 2, then. The statements to be executed if the condition 2 is true and the condition 1 is false. If the condition 1 is false and you are giving the next condition for the program to proceed, then you will use the else condition 2, then. The statements that is being executed in the program that you are writing, that the condition, if the condition 2 is true, then the statements, the result, the output you will get according to the next condition. But if the condition 2 is also not true, then you will go to the condition 3, else, condition 3. Then statements to be executed if the condition 3 is true and 1 and 2 are false. if the condition is not fulfilling, if the statements is not fulfilling the both the condition 1 and 2, then it will again execute in the third condition, that is statement to be executed if the condition 3 is true and the condition 1 and 2 are false, or else statements to be executed if all the condition are false. And if it is not fulfilling any of the condition that you have given to the program to write a program, then at the end what will it give? It will give else statements to be executed if all the condition are false. And when once the condition is fulfilled, the statements is fulfilled, and you will end the program by writing in the end and if. These are the keywords. If, then, and if are the keywords to end a program, to end writing a program in the small basic. Alright, so this is if, then, else statements where you can use many conditions to do it. Alright, students, I will give you an example for if, then, else statements. Okay, in if, then, else statement, see, writing a program that takes 3 numbers, if the average of the number is greater than 85, the first condition is greater than 85, then it will print grade A. But if the calculation, the total of the 3 numbers is not fulfilling the first condition, then it will come else in the second condition. The greater than 75, print B, print grade B. But if it is also not fulfilling the second condition, it will come to the third condition, else the greater than 65, it will print grade C. But again, if it not fulfilling the condition, third one, it will come to the fourth condition, that is greater than 55, print D, print grade D. And if it is less than 55, it will not print anything, or the condition that you have given to print E, D, F, whatever, the statements will be printed, the output you will get, the program you will be written in that statement that you have given the condition to fulfill it. Alright, the condition is there written in your book. The example is written in your book. You please look into your book, you will understand it. Alright. And now students, let us study about the looping statement. Now what is looping statement? A loop provides a way to repeat a specified block of code until a given condition is met. In this loop, what happens? It keeps on repeating the statement again and again until it meets the condition that you have given in the program to write. Okay, the condition that you have given in the computer to write a program, until and unless it meets the condition that you have applied to write a program, it keeps on repeating itself. Looping means to repeat. Looping means to repeat itself. A loop provides a way to repeat a specified block of code. A specified block of code, that means the condition that you have given to write a program. Okay, until and unless it meets the condition, it will repeat itself. That means it tries to fulfill the condition that you have given. Okay, now they allow 2 statements more than once. When it repeats, it allows the statements to execute more than once. That means the statements are repeated or executed more than once. The different looping statements are, now what are the different looping statements that you use in loop statement? The different looping statements are for and for, step, while and while. These are the 3 looping statements that you will use to write a program inside this looping statement, that is for and for, step, while and while. Okay? So now students, how will you operate this for and for statement in looping statement? How will you write a program using this statement, for and for? How will you write a program using this loop statement. The for and for loop is used when you know how many times you want to repeat a block of statement. For and for, we use this loop when we know how many times we want to repeat the block of statement. When we know how many times we want to repeat the block of statement, we use for and for loop. Okay? The syntax are as follows. This is the syntax how you will write a program in small basic. First, you will write for, then in the brackets you will write variable. Variable means any variable you can give. Variable are the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, any letter you can give. Start value to end value. That means start value to end value. What is the specific value you are giving to write a program in the for and for loop? Okay. Then action. Action means the statement will be executed. And how will you end this program? You will end by writing the keyword that is EndFor. E-N-D, and F-O-R, for. Okay, this is the syntax. How will you write this program? To write a program using this EndFor and loop, you will write this syntax. Okay, syntax means you can say it is a kind of formula. Okay, for, in the bracket you will write variable equal to sign, then start value. Suppose you are giving the start value 1 and the end value 10, that means 1 to 10. Then that will be executed, the program will be executed. If you ask the computer to execute, the action will be executed, that means the statement will be executed, and in the end when the statement is completed, being written or being executed, you will end the program by writing EndFor, the keyword EndFor. For example, it is written there. See, suppose you want to print the number from 1 to 10. The program will be as follows. Suppose you want to write the number from 1 to 10. Now see, for, compare with the syntax above. Compare with the syntax that is written above. See, for a variable is given, that means any alphabet is given. Here we are using X. Then we are giving the equal sign. Start value it is 1, 2, the end value is 10. Then you ask the computer to perform this. Text window, full stop, write line X. Text window, this is the syntax, this is the formula that you will write to execute this program. Text window, full stop, write line X, and in the end you will write the action will be executed, the statement will be executed, and the numbers from 1 to 10 will be printed like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The numbers will be printed, and then you will end the statement by writing EndFor. Okay, so this is for and for loop statement. Alright. So students, this is the explanation for the for and for. See, first of all, the variable X is assigned the start value 1. First of all, what value is assigned? That is the variable X is assigned the start value 1. Okay. Then the computer will check whether the value of X is equal to the end value, which in this case is 10. The computer will check whether the value that you have given is the end value. In this case, the end value was 10. Okay. Then it will execute the statement between for and for, and then the value of X will be incremented by 1. Incremented by 1 means it will be added one number with the value that you have given. Suppose you are adding 1 with 1, the increment of 1 will be 1 plus 1 will be 2. Again you are getting the value 2 and you are incrementing 2. That means you are adding 2 with 1. 2 plus 1 will be incremented as 3. Incrementation means it will ascend, it will increase. Okay. Then again 3 plus 1. If you increment 1 with 3, you will get incremation will be kept on until and unless you reach the end value that you have given, which is 10. This will be repeated until the value reaches 10 because you have given the end value as 10, 1 to 10. Alright. Then when the x value reaches the value that you have given, the end value you have given, the computer will go for EndFor, which will stop the program, and the computer will go for EndFor, and after that the program that you are being executing, it will stop there after reaching the end value, which is 10. Alright. And now students, what is step? Step is if we want to print value with an incremation other than 1, we use step keyword. If we want to change the incremation value, if we want to increase or decrease the incremation value, then we use the step. Okay? Step keyword. For example, for x is equal to 1 to 10, step 2. That means we want to increase the incremation from 1 to 2. Then how will you do it? This is the syntax for writing that the step keyword, that is for x, that means for variable you are giving x which is equal to 1 to 10, and the incremation is step 2. The incremation you have increased from 1 to 2. Then you will ask the computer to write this program in this way: text window, full stop, write line x, and then it will end. At the end it will come EndFor until and unless it reaches the condition or the statement that you have given. For example, see, in this example the value of x is incremented by 2 after every loop. That means after the number is being repeated, it is incremented by 2. That means it is every number is increasing by 2. That means if you are adding 2 with 1, it will be incremented as 3. If you are adding 2 with 3, it will be incremented as 5. Until and unless it reaches 10 or less than 10, not more than 10, because the end value is 10. Okay, so it will stop when it reaches the value 10. We can also give negative value to the step keyword. With the positive value, we can also give the negative value. For example, for x is equal to 10 to 1, step minus 2. If you decrease minus 2 from 10, if you go backward, that means 10, 8, 6, 4, then 2, then 0, that will be a negative incremation. Alright, you are asking the computer to increment it negatively. Alright, and at the end you will write EndFor. The output for the program will be incremented as shown. Then it is written there, in this program the first value will be printed as 10, then after the loop the value goes by 10. In this program the first value will be printed as 10. If you give a negative 1, the first value will be printed as 10 and the end value will go down by 2, because you are discriminating it with minus 2. You are giving the negative sign. And you are incrementing, that means if you are increasing it with positive number, it will give you the increasing number. And if you are incrementing it with the negative number, it will give you the less number. Okay? See students, this is an example of step loop. Okay? Write a program to print table of number 6. Write a program to print table of number 6. Now what is the solution? You will ask the computer to perform this. You will write text window, write line. This is how you write the program in small basic. Okay? Text window, full stop, write line, in the bracket you will start with the inverted commas, multiplication table of number 6, close inverted commas and close the bracket. Then you will write for, you will give the variable with equal sign, you will give the start value and you will give the end value 1 to 10. The end value is 10, that means 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12. It will not go to 12, it will end between 1 and 10 only. That means only one value of the 6 table you will get. Then text, you will ask the computer to write the program, that is text window, right line, in the bracket you will write 6 in the inverted comma, plus multiplied plus x. X is the variable that you have giving, that you are giving the value of the variable, that is 1, 2, 3 any. 6 plus into plus x, that is variable plus, which is equal to 6. The variable of x, the answer you will get 6, because you are giving the condition, the start value is 1 and the end value is 10. So as we know, 6 ones are 6 and 6 twos are 12. So it will not increase till 10. It will end in 6 only. So you will get the value as 6 only. The variable, the value of the variable x you will get as 6. Understood? This is how you will write a program using this step loop. Okay? And now students, the last one is while and while. How can we use this loop to write a program? When we don't know the loop count beforehand, when we don't know any end value or we don't know the any loop count beforehand, we can use the while loop instead of for loop. When we don't know the any loop count beforehand, instead of using the for loop, we use the while loop. See, consider the code given below. A is equal to 5. That means the variable A, the value of variable A is equal to 5. While A is less than equal to 50, then how will you write? While A is less than equal to 50, you are asking the computer to execute this program. Text window, right line A, that is A which is equal to variable A plus 10, then end while. Until and unless it's fulfilled the condition that you have given in this statement, it will keep on repeating itself. When we use a while loop in a program, we state a condition that is true. When we use the while loop program, while and while program, we state a condition which is true. That means the condition which satisfies the statement. Alright. But the computer executes the condition until the condition becomes false. But the computer, it executes the statements until and unless the condition becomes false. Alright, until and unless it does not give any value to you, the computer keeps on repeating or keeps on executing the statement that you have written in while and while. Okay? Students, there is an example. Write a program to print natural number from 1 to 10 in reverse order using the while loop. Now what are the natural number? You know, right? In the reverse order, that means backward. It will come in backward. See, solution. A is equal to 10. The end value is given 10. While A is greater than 1. That means the variable A is greater than equal to 1. You will ask the computer text window right line A, where A is equal to A minus 1. That means 10 minus 1 will be 9. 9 minus 1 will be 8. 8 minus 1 will be 7. 7 minus 1 will be 6. That means it is discriminating. That means it is decreasing backward in the reverse side. Okay, this is how this while and while loop will perform its statements, or it will execute the statement. And in the end, the keyword that will come, that is and while. When you write this keyword and while, that means the statement will stop there. Okay? And students, the other example for the while and while is, write a program to print the reverse of a number entered by a user. You have to write a program to print the reverse, that means the backward of a number entered by a user. Any user can enter any number, and you have to print the backward of the number. That means the statements will be executed in the backward form. Alright. So the solution is text window, full stop, right line, enter the number. You can enter any number you want to. Then you will ask number which is equal to text window, full stop, read. You will ask the computer to read the number. Then you will write reverse number which is equal to 0. What will you write? Reverse number which is equal to 0. Then while number in the bracket which is less than or greater than equal to 0. For example, see remainder which is equal to math, remainder number 10. Reverse number multiplied by 10 plus remainder. The number which is equal to math floor, number divided by 10 and while. This is actually the formula or the statement or the syntax that you are giving in the while for while loop to write a program to print the reverse of a number which is entered by a user. Any number you are giving to the computer to perform and you want the answer to be printed in the reverse way. That means in the backward form, in the decreasing form. Alright, this A is here the number is the variable that you are giving and you are asking the computer to read the number. Reverse number which is equal to 0. It will give you the number which is in the reverse way. Whatever number you have given, the number will be executed in the reverse form. And the last one, text window right, the reverse of the number which is equal to what? Plus reverse number. This is the syntax. The reverse of the number, whatever number you give, plus reverse number. That number will be executed in the backward form. Alright. So students, this is all for today. Today we studied from the assignment statement, conditional statements, and there are 3 statements in the conditional statement, that is if then statement, if then else statement, if then else else statement. And how do we use these statements to perform a program in the small basic? And after that we studied the looping statements, and in looping statement we studied the for and for statement, step and while. Okay, so this is all for this part. In the next part we will begin with the graphic window. How do we use the graphic window in the small basic to perform different programs? Alright, till then, thanks for watching the video, and you please go through the video and try to understand. Refer your book for the examples. All the examples that I have given in the slide is all written in your book. You please read your book and you will understand. Okay. So till then, take care of yourself. I will see you in the next class. Okay.